Hey everyone, it is Gabe. Welcome back. We are nearly to Easter season. I wanted to make this comeback video not only to talk about brand new Easter merch that just dropped this very moment. I'll get to that in just a second. But if you haven't heard, last week I scheduled all the streams for the Easter season. Let's jump into that. The first test stream, here we go, is Saturday, February 28th, which is only a week and a half as I'm filming this. And that starts at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, or 11 p.m. GMT. If you're wondering why our first stream of the season is actually so later in the day than usual, is actually because we are combining this with our Easter website launch. If you don't know or haven't seen my announcement, I'm not doing a traditional website launch, like a reveal stream, like I did for Christmas, because the website was already revealed a few months ago. I know you guys kind of already know what this website is about, what it does, all that. But that doesn't change the fact that the countdown is still going to end on February 28th to launch the Easter version of the website, replacing what you guys saw back at Christmas a few months ago. So I was like, I don't want to not stream the countdown ending. I want to be able to count down with you guys as it opens for the Easter season, and we'll go through the website like as it is for Easter. Again, I'm just not calling it a website reveal stream because, not a lot has changed when it comes to the actual aspect of the website. There's really no need for a reveal per se, but I think there's definitely a need to utilize a first test stream and actually stream about a week earlier than we would normally do, last day of February, so we can count down together. So look for that. That's our first test stream. Second test stream is going to be on March 14th. And now we're scaling back earlier in the day like normal. If anything, though, I think it's probably about 1 to 2 hours earlier than you guys normally would expect for test streams, but that's just what I decided would work best for me. So this one, test stream 2 is March 14th. I have all my notes right over here. March 14th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, or 6 p.m. GMT. That is the same exact time as well for test stream 3. And that's coming up on March 28th. So we'll only have 3 test streams for the Easter season, but I think that's decent. That's enough to test everything out. I think that's a very good number of streams, in my opinion. And here we go. Main streams also scheduled. I've actually decided to stream the same exact time for the Easter stream as you saw last year for all 3 parts. So kind of a rundown on that. It will start part 1 April 3rd at 9 p.m. Pacific time, or April 4th. That being the period of I guess, Easter Eve or Good Friday into Easter Eve or Holy Saturday. And that would be April 4th at 12 a.m. Eastern Time and 5 a.m. British Summertime or Irish Summertime. So that's the plan for part 1 there. And then part 2 will be on April 4th at 7 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. British or Irish Summertime. And then finally going into part 3 will be on the 4th, April 4th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, or 1 a.m. British or Irish Summertime, coming up early in the morning on April 5th to, finish off then those next several hours going into Easter Sunday. So that's it. Hope you guys like the thumbnails. Spent a lot of time this year on both aspects of the thumbnail, really, or both test stream and mainstream, but very much so on the mainstream. I wanted to go with a little bit of a different vibe, and hopefully you guys like those designs because it took a lot of effort to get that going for this year. But yeah, there's all that. All those test streams are scheduled. Really, we're only scheduling the streams at about a week earlier than what we did last year, and Easter is actually 2 weeks earlier this year than it was last year. So if anything, in terms of the amount of time between when I schedule the streams versus when Easter will actually happen, if anything, we're actually just, a week closer to Easter than I would be normally what am I trying to say? Normally scheduling these streams, sorry. So it kind of evened out. I was like, it's definitely time to do that, and that's that. So yeah, go to the live page of our YouTube. The links are in the description. They're, all of our social media. Like and share those with everybody you know. Okay, I've been talking for about 5 minutes. Let's get into the big thing for today. But like I said, 9 days, just under 9 days, 23 hours, or just under 10 days basically, until the Easter website launch, happens. And just as a reminder, we are streaming an hour before. So just 1 hour before what you see on stream is when we'll stream for a test stream 1. And then we'll go through it after it's all launched. Okay. So yes, Easter merch is now live. AMLtrackers.myspreadshop.com is in fact live right now. And we also have a 20% off of everything coupon that just went in effect today and goes through the end of the day on February 22nd. So you got 4 days to redeem that coupon. I think that's specifically more for the United States. I'm not quite sure if that's valid for the UK or other places overseas, but at the very least, you can utilize this in the US. But even if you're not able to overseas, I was able to get the prices actually down even way more than I did back at Christmas. The big constraint with that was I added so many aspects to the shirt, not only front, back, but also the sides with the hashtag AML10 on the Christmas merch, and that really increased the price and also decreased the amount of quantity of different variations of everything. I kind of had to compromise that back at Christmas. And that's not the case this year. I decided to just be more creative with it, and instead of putting AML 10 on the sides, I'll put it with the logo on the shirts, and that all of a sudden decreases the price by so much to where these prices are a lot more closer to what you would expect from last Easter and the Christmas before that. So they're definitely way cheaper now, and I hope that helped you guys if you have any extra money, because it is quite cheaper than it was even a few months ago at Christmas. But yeah, let's go through this. So to begin, we have our we have our thumbnail design right here. 10th year thumbnail design for the Easter stream on a sticker. Pretty cheap, awesome. And in addition to that, again, if you go all products, it will bring you to all of them. This time I made sure of that. Christmas, there was actually a setting that I did not know I had turned off where it didn't show everything on all products. I fixed that this time. All products is truly there. But if you want to be more specific, you can go through men or women, and each will also have really any amount of anything you can expect, like t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts. Same with kids and babies. Same lineup over there for the most part. If you want to be more specific, if you're looking for something more particular, and then also accessories all right here, caps and hats, mugs, and drinkware, stickers and magnets. Cuddle Toys is basically just a stuffy, like a stuffed animal, which I'll get to more in a second. Buttons, and then other, or you can just come to all products right here, shop now, or all products at the top, and it'll bring you to everything. But basically, yeah, that's a sticker there, and I did want to show you the other stickers too. Not only we have that, just like at Christmas, we have the hashtag AML10 design, and also the 10th year logo design as well. Kind of same lineup as we had at Christmas. 3 different variations of the stickers. Obviously, the one that's changed is obviously the thumbnail sticker to update to Easter. So that's that. In terms of shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, crew necks, we have everything. Way more quantity than we did at Christmas. So awesome stuff. All the basic t-shirts, short sleeve in particular, are $29.99 across the board, unless it's a kid size, and it's like $4 less. So really good stuff, or $5 less, I guess. So really good stuff. A lot cheaper, which is great. And not only we have that, we have long sleeve shirts, which just adds a couple more dollars to that, which is great. Not that much more expensive if you want to be a little cozier for those long sleeve shirts. And getting into something like crew necks, that's only a couple more dollars, and then hoodies, a few more dollars after that. I made sure to have every retail price, at least in USD, to be less than $40 this time, which is a huge change from Christmas. I wanted to make sure I could mark everything down as much as I possibly could. And like I said, if you're in the US, take advantage of that 20% off of everything throughout the next few days, because that will only continue to decrease the price of what you see on screen right here. So pretty awesome stuff. Obviously, I'm not factoring in taxes and or shipping costs. This is just more retail, but no matter what, you can definitely expect some nice discounts right now for our 10th annual year. So yeah, hoodies, crew necks, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts. The basic design on all of these to start with is logo on the front with hashtag AML10 combined with that on the front. And then kind of like Christmas on the back, we have the 10th year Easter thumbnail. Also rounded corners, just like I decided to do at Christmas, because I thought that was a better design than just square corners. Same thing here, but again, the big difference is just the fact that AML10 is with the logo rather than on the sides. And like I said, that decreases the price by quite a bit. So it's definitely worth to have that for sure. And then basically we have all the same exact one of these, but the opposite, just like we did at Christmas, to where you can come in here for any short sleeve, long sleeve, crew neck, sweatshirt, hoodie, and then now we get the thumbnail on the front and the hashtag AML10 and AML logo on the back as well. So you have the two different variations there. Whatever you prefer, you can get. They're all the same price, no matter if you get, the ones on the front versus the ones on the back. They're the same price for everything there. So very good stuff. And then in terms of more unique stuff, unfortunately, there wasn't as much options. I got a few suggestions. I heard from you guys over the last few months. Gabe, you need to make a cup holder, an AML cup holder. If you don't know, if you don't know the lore behind all this, Christmas 24, I spilled an energy drink on my keyboard. It broke. I had to get another one. Point being is I bought one myself to attach to my desk, and that prevented me from spilling a few months ago. But you guys really wanted to see an AML one. Unfortunately, Spreadshop doesn't have a choice or the ability to get a cup holder in particular, but I did hear from you guys in terms of wanting water bottles, which I did add. So not only we have the normal different variations of the mugs, but we also have a nice water bottle and a stainless steel version of the water bottle as well. So I wanted to make sure that was the case for that, to at least give you guys something that you guys wanted. There you go. And again, sorry. If they had an option for a cup holder, I would 100% jump on that, but at least we got some water bottles there. And for Christmas, there was more stuff in addition to a Santa hat. You remember there was a stocking, and then there was a gift, reusable gift bag. Unfortunately, there was only just one, just like last year, of a specialized Easter merch product in particular. And I brought back the bunny, everybody, but it's a little bit different. You have more choices this time. So not only the bunny has a two-sided branding on the shirt. Again, you get just like the shirts that you would get for you get AML, the AML logo and AML 10, hashtag AML 10 on the front, and then the thumbnail design on the back, which is increasing in price just by a couple dollars from last Easter, just because it does cost just a little bit more to get two-sided rather just one-sided. So there you go right there. But not only that, we have the inverse of that too for the bunny, not only for your guys' shirts. There you go. Now you got the thumbnail on the front and the logo and hashtag AML 10 on the back. So either way, you can really pick whatever you guys would prefer. That's the main unique limited edition Easter merch product that we do have lined up this year. In addition to all of that, since we had a Santa hat for Christmas, I at least wanted to provide a beanie for Easter, and there you go. You got the design, the AML logo design on that. And in addition to that, I also added not only some buttons right here, a 5-pack, pretty awesome. You also got a magnet, just trying to add more and more every year, and this is by far the absolute most amount of merch we've ever had for our 10th year Easter stream. So take advantage of that if you guys have the extra money. But obviously, if you guys don't have extra money, watching us is support enough. It just, it's fun being able to create some of these limited edition designs. And if you guys have some money, feel free to pick it up. Because they're pretty awesome. And the last thing I believe I also added was a mouse pad. So if you guys are watching the stream, or if you're a streamer in the community as well, you can pick up a mouse pad to add to your PC setup or your streaming setup. Pretty awesome stuff. Other than that, that is pretty much it. I think I went through every possible merch product we do, in fact, have on this page. And again, take advantage of that coupon code valid through the end of the day on the 22nd. And if you miss out, literally no worries. I can guarantee you that pretty much every week, if not every other week, between now and Easter, you will get a promo code somewhere between 20 to 30% off all the way through the Easter season. Again, minus just like a week or two gap in the middle for some of those, but other than that, you really won't have an opportunity to not take advantage of prices that are even cheaper than what you see on screen. So be sure to take advantage of that, amltruckers.myspreadshop.com. Other than that, oh wait, actually I did want to go back to, let me go AML here. Let me go amltrackers.com, our website. 9 days, 23 hours, 9 minutes. See you guys in just under 10 days for our first test stream, and hope you guys enjoy our comeback to this Easter season, and see you guys in about a week and a half.